fact, it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook. Grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 5. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Check. 14. Let's go, defense.
Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. On the return is Sims. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
Now left side on the swing pass. Taylor's got the first down and more. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Taylor. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, he'll drop to throw. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there. I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4. Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And that is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Evans. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Here we go. 50, 50. Mike 50. 19.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, get us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, it's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They go play action with Wilson. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. Powers through, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Gets around him, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. Second down coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 98 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. He'll drop to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's Taylor again, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the truck.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touch. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now, Green, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
On 1st down, Taylor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, running a quick slant or something like that.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.